and welcome back to another episode of Public Opinion with your host, Pam. And as you see, Vanetta's not with me. She's at home convalescing, and we wish her well as she recuperates from surgery. But the show must go on. And this week, if I can't have Vanetta, then I'll have the next best person. And that is my daughter and her best friend, Charlie. And they are going to be joining me so that we can have a really good girls talk about whatever it is that they want to talk about. So I'm going to let them say what the subject is and what the public opinion question is when they join us. So I just want to say thank you all for continuing to watch us. And I look forward to many, many more shows with Vanetta and our special guests. So let's welcome Taylor and Charlie. Well, hello, Taylor and Charlie. You all are my two favorite girls. I was just saying, if I can't have Vanetta, then my next favorite is Taylor and Charlie. I love it.
Yes.
I love
love
it.
being second best.
Yeah.
Only to Vanetta, though.
Okay, right. Okay. Well, you know, she's my co-host, so I had to say.
No, we get it. We stand her. Shout out to Miss Vanetta.
Yeah.
All right. Say, hey, Vanetta. Hope you're feeling better. Okay, so I wanted you all to come on, and I love our conversations because they're just kind of organic and they take off and we start talking about one thing. But either one of you can say what we're going to be talking about this week.
Okay, so we're touching on internet sensitivity.
Yeah.
And
the girls are in their feelings big time.
Yeah, the girls are in their feelings, the men are in their feelings, the grandpas, the uncles, everybody's in their feelings. If you're on the internet and it's getting annoying.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're calling it internet sensitivity.
Yeah.
And so is that like a phenomenon? What exactly is that?
If I could explain internet sensitivity, I would say everybody's seeing everything when people see things online and take it too literally and take it too personally.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or when people online become too obsessive about things as if they really affect them in real life.
Yeah.
And they just like, honestly, personally, there are certain topics on the internet, whether or not I even relate to them, that when they come up, I just instantly cringe because I know how seriously and how far people take it.
Yeah.
Like, the Scar Girl.
The Scar Girl.
Oh my God, there's this girl on TikTok, right? And she had so she started
I read about that.
Little slice on her cheek, right?
Yeah.
Over time, she became kind of known for it. So instead of letting the scar heal naturally, she drew a big doo-doo stain on her cheek.
Oh my God.
And so people are like, wait, that doesn't look like your original scar. You're like lying to us that this is not the original scar. And she's like trying to do all these videos, like pretending to wipe it off, trying to tell people this real scar. And when you look at the scar, it's very clearly fake. But people are so up in arms about this as if it really costs them money.
Yeah. Well, people do that. People invest themselves as if they know people personally. And I think that's one of the major problems facing our youth is just the whole social media and the internet. Like everything they do is based around likes and there's even been studies that show that a lot of people have become depressed and almost and suicidal because of social media and their sensitive. I guess that is right. I guess it is sensitivity.
Yeah, it's just an overinvestment in something that's supposed to be entertainment. And I think that people, they get so fixated on it, maybe out of like a form of escapism from their own lives, and they invest themselves so heavily in social media that it's like, where do you draw the line? And it's like, honestly, I think that level of sensitivity is broadly and generally inappropriate, even in your real life. Like, say your cousin comes in with a big doo-doo stain that she's trying to pass off as a scar at Thanksgiving dinner. Like, do I really care?
Yeah.
Do I really care if it's real or fake? For real? Like, do you care, Tay?
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
But what you're saying is who's sensitive in that? The people that are responding to this so much? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. But that's the thing. The girl is gonna monetize off. That literally is her bread and butter. Like, that's literally money in her pocket for real, in real life. These guys, this makes you no mind. And you're also, people don't realize, I think there's also, and this is something I've noticed, this is important. people, the general population does not get how social media and marketing work.
Oh yeah.
They don't get it. And so they see things and they're like, why are you doing this? Why are you talking like this? Why are you always commenting on this? Why are you? And it's like, bro, I get paid for this. You're the one that's wasting your time for free, for real. Like, Calvin, for instance, you know, y'all, I've referenced my husband before. He, you know, has a pretty good following on social media. He's a musician, so it benefits him financially to have a bigger following, right? So he found a way to garner more followers by basically leveraging his verification, his blue check mark on social media. He goes on popular, like trending viral posts and leaves little quippy, witty comments. People are commenting, or even like close relatives or friends of him are like, man, you spend too much time on social media, or why do you comment on everything? Why are you spamming everybody? Whatever. And he's like, dude, I get literally thousands of followers a week by engaging with this content. You're the dork, not me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I literally get payments, but people don't understand leveraging followers and visibility and social media marketing. So when they see people doing this, they're investing like they should, but they're investing in a way that's almost like comparable to people that are like legitimately getting paid to be on social media, which is unacceptable. You know?
That's a really good point. Also, a big thing that's happening on social media right now, as you know, is people hate to see people living their best life.
Oh my gosh,
yes. They're like, that's not reality. That's not. But the thing is, like, well, we know it's not reality because it's social media.
Right. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
Miss Jackie Ina. Love you, girl.
So Jackie Ina, in case you didn't know, Mom, Jackie Ina is a popular. She started off like a beauty YouTuber. She did reviews, whatever. She's since then kind of transitioned out of that, and she does more lifestyle content. And obviously, like, she's made a lot of money. She's a millionaire. She's an influencer. She has a nice home.
Big, beautiful home.
Yeah, big, beautiful home. She does these little vlogs, and she'll be like, oh, like, you know, just
she's
like
steaming, she's steaming her sheets.
She's
like,
doing
skincare
towel warmer. Yeah. Like, she shows her using like 24 karat body scrubs. That's cool. Like, I love to see
Live
it.
your life, honey.
But people in the comments are like, this isn't realistic.
It's not relatable.
This is not relatable.
relatable.
And the thing is, if you want somebody relatable, go find somebody more
relatable.
But don't be mad at how people choose to push their content, especially influencers. Influencers are never going to let you know really how their life is.
Well, and
that's their job.
Say that that's not their real lives.
Exactly. Oh, that's another good point.
Luxuriously.
That's a good point.
If I was paid to live my life
I would be living my best.
I would be steaming my sheets every day.
I would romanticize every part of me.
I would be hiring my nail techs and my braiders to come to my house and filming it with a ring light and having hot cocoa. I'd be living my most luxurious life.
And one thing to add is people project their insecurities onto people on the internet too. They'll see somebody living this great life, or and you know who does it? Mom communities. They want every mom to like look like they're miserable.
She's haggard.
She's cooking a homemade
everything.
She's cooking a homemade meal. That's not realistic. My kids ate chicken nuggets. Okay.
Pump your kids full of some red 40 so we can feel better about ourselves.
Oh my. That's so funny though, because I know when I was getting messages on our show, people would say the most evil, hateful things just for no reason. It's like all we did was, like, we had a show, a diversity, equity, and inclusion show on, and they were saying stuff like, you don't have enough diversity on that picture. And so I was like, it's a picture of me and Vanetta. What do you want me to do?
Not being diverse enough for literally just being yourself.
People find anything on the internet to get mad about. I'm like, y'all are so bitter and nasty and stupid. Like, I can't stand anything. Oh, there's this other mom. She kind of annoys me, but like, I like her content. She makes her kids like everything homemade. Like, she's like, my kids wanted cinnamon toast crunch. She gets the dough. She dries it out. She tilts her head. She goes, da-da-da-da. She's like Snow White.
She like said in the comments too one time, because somebody was like, hey, do you mean to like wistfully look off into the distance?
She's like,
and like flex your jaw. And she's like, I actually didn't even notice.
Yeah, she's like, and now that's her whole brand. She has millions of followers now because she just makes her kids homemade food. But everybody is pressed. Oh, you know who else we were talking about? There's also this very big lifestyle influencer. Her name is Nabella. She's fabulous.
I love Nabella.
She has the best lifestyle content. She makes like hot chocolate bars. She has a baby. She just found out she's having another baby. She has a beautiful home. She does, and people are always like, "Oh, that's just doing the most," or that's not
you know, the phenomena of the sad beige baby. Everybody's
when my mom is actually she doesn't like that either. She's
the what
like,
now?
Put your kid in neutrals. I'm like, it's my vibe. It's just the vibe.
No, Nabella like had responded to people that were like, "Oh, you have a sad beige baby," and she was just like packing all of her colorful toys away into her toy chest. Like, I take out the colorful toys.
Yeah,
I feel like if I don't want Fire Engine Red just sitting on my living room.
It's like, just that you don't have taste and go. Like, people in the comments be like,
"No." But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes people are so bitter and so. I don't know.
Like, let your kid wear a dinosaur shirt. Like, don't be mad because you don't know what to put your kid in.
I think people have really sat with the thought, like, and really processed and taken the time to sit with the fact that, like, if someone does something differently than you, it doesn't mean that they're doing it.
Yeah.
Like, if I like my living room beige, it's my living room.
It's my living room.
I have to live here.
Yeah.
I better like it. Like,
if you see me cooking and doing stuff, I like to do it. It makes me happy.
Makes me happy. Oh,
and I don't, and you shouldn't feel away. That would be like you feeling away, and I'm like, oh, look what I made. You're like, oh, that's great. I didn't do it, but that's whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's your life. It's your preference.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, people were really, really mad about Jackie Aina steaming her sheets and making her bed every morning.
Yeah.
And I'm like, first of all, she has the time to. She's not going to rat race like we are at our 9-to-5s, right? Mm-hmm. And not only that, like, and this was somebody in the comments pointed this out, and I thought it was so essential. Everybody was saying, oh, this is so unrelatable. Somebody commented, y'all do remember that Jackie was in the military, right? Do you know what military people are about their biz?
Yeah, they're very
particular. Hospital corners. Yeah. Like, it makes perfect sense that she would be so regimented. That is completely relatable.
It's her personality.
And obviously, some people must like it if she has all those followers. So
I love to watch her steam her sheets every damn day.
Like, I don't really personally, like, I don't really care. I never really cared for her, like, as an influencer, but I love her lifestyle content. I think it's fabulous.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not much of a makeup girly, so I can only watch YouTube tutorials so much.
Yeah.
But watching lifestyle, it's aspirational.
It's aspirational. I love watching people like design their home.
Yeah.
Like,
gives you great ideas. She's also not stingy. She's not a gatekeeping girl. So she posts her links of here's where to get my waffle knit robe.
Yeah.
And here's where to get my
that's what I love influencers. I love the age of influencers, especially the ones that don't gatekeep. They're like, click my link, find out where I got this. I surely will click it.
Will click that link.
You know why I have this influence?
I have it in black.
But okay, so I do think though that a lot of people are sensitive also if they're not getting likes or followers and things of that. I just think the whole thing lends itself to some insecurities and sensitivities. And like you said, what started out as really just a way to keep in touch with people or something to be fun has now turned a lot of people just crazy. It's like, and people are addicted to it as well,
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
But that goes back to what I was saying as far as like, people seeing Calvin engaging in comments and being like, oh my God, why are you always commenting on it? It's like, you guys have no idea what it takes to go viral today, what it takes to leverage the algorithm in your favor so that you can build a following, so that you can drive sales to your music, your video content, your merch, your this, your that. Like, this is a job.
Same with influencing. People think like, oh, like, I know, so I won't name them. My mom probably knows what I'm talking about. But somebody told me once, like, influencers are just lazy. It's not a real job. I'm like, no, that's a real job. Filming content is a real job.
Right.
Like, filming those day in the life videos, that's an all day thing. You're propping your camera up at every different angle of your house. And not only that, you have to edit the video. I think people that don't work in this space and in these creative spaces and social media, they think like, oh, it's easy. Like, it's whatever. Like, you're lazy.
People used to treat celebrities, the Kardashians. Yeah. You guys are talented. You don't have a real job, babes. You don't make $1 billion by being lazy.
You don't.
I mean,
I stand by that. I mean,
like, hey, listen, sure, okay, are you working as hard as a UPS driver? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah.
I really don't know. But ultimately, like, this is absolutely a job. And I think that people are very resentful of the fact that people have found a way to leverage their actual day-to-day lives to actually sustain themselves and to rat race.
Exactly.
So they don't have to clock in. They don't have a boss.
They don't have to do all that. And people are pressed about it. Because they wish
you know, listen, girl, I get it. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I wish it was me.
Yeah, I wish it was like, if I could stay home and steam my sheets and drink a fabulous coffee. Yeah, for a living. Yeah, I'd rather do that.
I get to run my espresso and I get paid. And I get $50,000.
Somebody watches. There's also this girl, like, she's a new girl on TikTok. Her name is Alex Earl. Oh, she grew like
so much.
How many followers?
Can we just check? Where the stats at, girl? Let's pull receipts.
There are people on TikTok.
Receipts.
There's people on TikTok that grow millions of followers in months, and from that, they can make one video and make 50 grand, 100 grand, 500. It's a real job. Like, and people think like, oh, you just get free stuff and you post about it. Okay. Like, no.
Alex Earl gained over 2 million TikTok followers in a month.
Wow.
That is it's wild.
Wild.
And she
people are mad about it.
But see, that's the thing. I don't see any reason why anyone should get upset because somebody else is doing well.
Well, yeah, people just don't look. People don't really take time to check in with themselves. Like, man, I'm sad. Am I really mad at this influencer, or am I sad that I feel like I can't do what they're doing? I feel like I have to stay in this dead end job. Yeah. I don't have to start a business, and at that point, you need to redirect your anger. You need to redirect sadness towards reaching your goals, you know?
Yeah, and the older generation too, not you, Mom. Y'all, like, a lot of them,
cool, Mom.
Yeah, like, a lot of them love to come for our new, I'm like, no. Millennials, first of all, we're the smart. We're so intelligent. We're so innovative.
Very, very innovative.
We know how to make money.
That's true.
Like, yeah, no, like, you know, I love being a millennial.
It's a matter of perspective too, because I can look at a post and social media and be like, oh, these people are making money for nothing. Or I can be like, wow, what a blessing is it to live in a generation where I can get paid for living well.
Yeah,
for living
anything is possible.
What a blessing. Yeah. Like, there's never been a generation that has this much access to wealth.
Yeah, we have so much access to wealth because we have so many resources, and we just have
so many resources.
There's just more resources. I mean, even TikTok alone, people run whole TikToks on teaching people information about things.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, you can write a course, you can write a book.
Yeah,
like a scholar.
Yeah,
you know, like you can literally leverage whatever information that you have incredible accessibility and exposure and visibility worldwide.
Yeah.
From the comfort of your living room.
Yeah. People are like, it's insane.
And there's nothing wrong with taking advantage of that if that's what you want to do. I mean, that's what I did the reason I started this show was during the whole quarantine and after that, and so many things were on television and everybody's giving their opinion about everything. It was so much going on. And I couldn't, do anything. So I said, I'm going to just start talking about make me a show, and,
And look at you now.
Look at you.
I'm not making no millions of dollars, but I just enjoy it.
You're on your way. You just monetize, and she has a TikTok now.
Yes, slay.
Yeah, I posted her a TikTok. Guess how many views it got? Almost 2,000. Slay. You see what I'm saying?
In 2 days.
Millennials know the sauce. If my mom would have posted it by herself, she might not have known the things to do.
It's not a might not. I would not have known. There is no might to it.
But that's what happens also when the generations can respect each other's strengths and work together.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I definitely do. I respect technology. I don't always fully understand. My kids, Taylor tell you, I'll be like, I don't know what to do. Help me. I'm struggling. But I don't know. I do think though, because this is just all, it's not that new anymore, but it is new, the whole internet and social media. And with that is going to come a whole lot of different things. There's laws that have been developed now just because of the fact that we have the internet and social media. So it has to grow, So I do think that with this comes, like you said, the sensitivity. People see people doing things, or a lot of times I think people, because they're under cloak of, people don't really see them. They feel that they can say anything. like I'm just going to say whatever I want to say.
That's another thing. People on the internet are bold. Like they're very bold with
it emboldens you, definitely.
You would never say it to their face. Ever.
Exactly. And right, you can say it, send it real quick, and then if somebody responds, you just go silent on them, or
Right.
So it is. It's a whole.
It's sad. You know what also makes me sad? When you go under a celebrity's Instagram comments, they talk about them like they're not even humans. I'm like,
or like
you guys go and I'm like, you guys are literally saying awful things to these people because you just feel entitled to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that social media did a great job at exposing the wickedness of the world. Not that we really need to see it. I think we all knew it was there, and maybe wouldn't have wanted to be as close to it. But it's like, wow, for people to be in comments wishing death upon people, wishing, I mean, during we referenced the Bella, she had a whole fertility journey. It was like almost 10 years where she couldn't get pregnant.
Took her 10 years trying,
trying with her husband. And people would be in the comments like speculating about her infertility, saying it's because she was too fat.
Yeah.
All this crazy stuff.
Calling her a whale.
Yeah, like wishing her miscarriages just to do it. Like, I mean, it's hideous.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. People say the ugliest, and it makes you wonder, where in the world are these people coming from? I mean,
where are they hiding?
Satan.
Oh,
you said Satan?
Yeah, it's demonic.
Ain't nothing but the devil.
Yeah. It is.
I would never go in these comment section and be like, I hope you die, you big fat whale. I'm like, what?
Awful.
Like, imagine. What would have to go through your head? What would have to happen to you?
I'm about to type, I hope you die, you big
mental illness.
Mental
illness.
100%. Definitely unchecked mental illness, and also just people succumbing to wickedness because maybe they're hopeless in themselves, and misery loves company. Shame. My beloved mentor, counselor, Dr. T. She says this. I don't know if she originated it, but she told it to me, and it changed my life. She said it's really simple. It's shame is like a hot potato. Whoever wants it, whoever has it, wants to pass it on.
Oh,
that's a good
one. I like
so
that.
Get that on a book.
Yes,
I mean, okay.
Write it on my forehead. Tattoo it on my forehead. No, I thought it was really, really poignant, and it's really true. I think people have shame and guilt and resentment in varying amounts and with varying levels of coping mechanisms, awareness even. I think a lot of people carry shame without awareness, and they just kind of go around and spreading it through snide comments or directly hateful comments, through judgment and self-righteousness and that kind of thing. And it's sad, but what I am thankful for in accompanying you there? Do we lose you?
No, I'm here.
Okay, good. Okay. In accompanying the growth of social media and accessibility and visibility, we also have awesome talks about mental health. We have more access to information, access to counselors of varying rates that can be more affordable and accessible to people, and that's really important. I think in an age where we're all so connected, but with a high potential for being disconnected simultaneously.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, that's true. Well, this has been a great talk. But overall, though, just to wrap it up, though, I just think people overall have just become very sensitive almost to everything. You know what I mean? It's like everything is like an affront to somebody. It's beyond politically correct. It's almost too. It's like just
everybody
calm down. Let's just
calm down. You call somebody the wrong pronoun and they're ready to.
Yes.
But I think also we have to realize that our triggers are our responsibility. They're not other people.
Very good.
It is your job to address that however you believe. I choose Jesus personally for me in my house.
Jesus Christ.
But but a therapist to work through that, to learn how to emotionally regulate, to learn how to calm the nervous system. Yeah. Instead of making the whole world responsible for your comfort, because it's just not realistic, and you're setting yourself up for a life.
Oh my goodness, I like that. Don't think that the whole world is responsible for your comfort. That is so true.
No, for real. Like no, go ahead.
We should be more careful and take more responsibility for each other. But there shouldn't be as much expectation around it.
Yeah.
And if I say the wrong thing and I offend calmly, lovingly be like, hey, I'd rather you not, keep it light and move on. Now it's like, oh, you've offended me.
You offended me.
Like,
everything is offensive to people, but yeah.
We have to move past it. We have to mature emotionally.
That is so true. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for this conversation. If you all enjoyed this conversation, continue to watch us on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. And then if you can't watch the show, listen on the go wherever you listen to your podcast. And thank you all so much. I cannot wait to see what we're going to talk about on the next show. I like to just let you all take it and run with it. But until next time, we'll see you for another episode of Public Opinion. Bye-bye.
Yes, Public Opinion. Woo!